Hey everyone, thought I'd do a bit of a tutorial video on your options when you get tackled, because often that happens. You find yourself running out of time, getting tackled as you're kicking, but there's some options to work around in AFL 23 that I wanted to just go through. So the first thing to think about is the player attributes of the tackler and the ball carrier. So the ball carrier's fending and evasion attributes, basically going up against the tackle technique and tackle strength of the tackler. There are various other factors as well that go into it, but they all affect the likelihood of the outcome, so the chance of something happening. Now, in cases like this, clearly I've just run straight into where the tackler actually is as I'm charging up the kick, and that's what we want to try to avoid. So we'll go through some scenarios to see what the other options are. First up, we have the clearance kick, so L2 and X can go in a random direction and a random power, but doesn't need any charge up, so you're reducing that amount of time that you could potentially be tackled, and just to get it out of there. Holding on to the footy instead of actually handballing out can be a good option if you're outnumbered where the ball is. It reduces the chance that you accidentally turn it over and the opposition get a quick run the other way. So what you want to look for is here, take your time when you're tackled, see if there's any options, and here I can see I'm outnumbered because my players have run away, so I'm not going to give up the footy. You can use the right stick to preempt a tackle, and if you press up on it, you can try to raise your hands above to have them clear so that you can get a handball free. So there you can see I've got the hands up and over, got tackled to the ground, and then saw a player running past, so handballed it out to him. This can be a good option to get free. You can also use this when you're on the run and you've got players chasing you. You can turn back into them, take the tackle, take the opponent out of the contest and get it off to a free player running past. So here I've turned back in, you see the little raise of the hands there, and in that little motion there, just saw that the player was out wide and got the handball out to him. L1 and square produces a dribble handball. This can be useful if your hands are sort of pinned to your body, and it was mentioned in the forums that this increases the likelihood of getting the ball free. So you can see here I've just drilled it into the ground out to a nearby player to get free. In some circumstances you may be able to get a kick away. This can give you a bit more distance from where the tackle has been laid, and it might give you a bit of an opportunity to get clear. But you want to be careful with this. If you've had prior opportunity, it takes more time to get the kick away, so you'll be pinged holding the ball. With each of these, you may be limited by the type of tackle that you're stuck in, so we're going to go through some of the types of tackles in the game to see what you can do for each one. When caught front on, you can see there's very limited opportunity to get rid of the ball. It's stuck in there and there's not much you can do. Occasionally you may be able to get a boot out, but typically I see that this one is stuck in there, so if you've had prior opportunity, you're gone. If not, it's going to be a ball up. You may find that sometimes you get caught from the side instead of the front. In this case, if you stay standing, you have the opportunity to get usually a kick free, sometimes a handball or even a dribble handball, but either way, you get the opportunity to do something with it. If you get tackled from behind but stay standing, you've got to get rid of it, either by a handball or a kick, otherwise it's going to be holding the ball. When you get dragged down, you want to have a look and see which side the tackler is on. If they're on the side, like in this case, you may want to watch the motion of how the player goes down, either an early handball or about here in the second motion in the tackle, you get opportunities to get the handball out.
Turns it over in the middle, out of the congestion. It's a tough
Again,
game.
with a front-on tackle, you're pretty limited in what you can do. In this scenario, I just happened to get the hands above the head before getting tackled, and this meant that I have to get rid of it, otherwise I'm going to get pinned.
Understanding those two, Patrikios absorbs the pressure.
When tackled from behind, you may have the opportunity to handball or kick, but just remember with a kick, again, if you have had prior opportunity, it means that the kick's going to take too long to execute, so you're going to get pinged for holding the ball. So that's some of the features and options you have when you get tackled in AFL 23. Remember that these may just be the things available to you depending on the likelihood of what's happened in the game and various other factors, like we mentioned, the attributes, possibly game difficulty, even the stamina or exhaustion of the players. You can obviously also use clearance handballs and things like evasion techniques as well. I've just personally found them less reliable to use, so I typically want to go with the techniques shown here. Let us know your thoughts. Any questions or comments, chuck them in, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.